Hello everyone, I am Manan, pursuing philosophy honors second year from Hansraj College. Today I am going to give a presentation on Indian Space Research Organization, famously known as ISRO. So let's start. Let me give you a brief introduction about ISRO. The Indian Space Research Organization is a national space agency of India, headquartered in Bengaluru, operating under the Department of Space. It is one of the world's most cost-efficient and successful space agencies, renowned for its frugal engineering and high success rates. Core objective: ISRO's primary mission is to harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. This includes satellite communication, broadcasting, teleeducation, and telemedicine, Earth observation, resource management, weather forecasting, and disaster management, navigation, providing independent position services through the NAV-LC system. Let us discuss the timeline of ISRO. In 1962, first, the INCOSPA, Indian National Committee for Research, is formed. And in 1963, the first ever rocket launch has happened. In 1969, ISRO has established. Now let's discuss about some key people who have done a great job in the establishment of ISRO. First one is Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the visionary known as the father of Indian space program. Sarabhai was the primary architect of ISRO. In 1962, he convinced the Indian government that developing nation must use space technology to solve real problems like weather forecasting and communication. Dr. Homi J. Bhabha, the architect as the head of India's Atomic Energy Commission. Bhabha provided the institutional and political backing necessary for space research. Without Bhabha's influence with the Prime Minister, the space program would likely never have received the initial funding it needed to survive. Professor Satish Dhawan, the builder Dhawan, took over ISRO after Sarabhai's sudden death in 1971. He transformed ISRO from a collection of experimental projects into a world-class organization. He is legendary for his leadership, famously taking the blame for mission failures while giving his team all the credit for success. Let us discuss some key missions that ISRO has done. First one, Aryabhatta, 1975, the beginning. India's first satellite named after the ancient Indian astronomer. It was launched using a Soviet rocket, but the satellite was designed and built entirely by Indian scientists. It provided that India was ready to enter the global space arena. Mangalyaan 2014 Global Recognition. India's first interplanetary mission which successfully placed a probe into a Martian orbit. India became the first country to reach Mars on its maiden attempt and the first in Asia to do so. It remains world famous for its record-breaking low cost, $74 million. Chandrayaan 1 Discovery of Water. India's first mission to the moon, consisting of an orbiter and an impactor. It famously discovered water molecules on the lunar surface, a discovery that fundamentally changed the global scientific community's understanding of the moon. PSLV C-37 2017, the world record. A single launch of the PSLV rocket carrying a staggering 104 satellites. At the time, this was a world record for the highest number of satellites launched in one go. It solidified ISRO's reputation as the most reliable and cost-effective commercial launcher in the world. Chandrayaan-3 2023 Lunar South Pole. A follow-up to the partially successful Chandrayaan-2 consisting of the Vikram lander and Pragyan rover. India became the first nation to land near the lunar South Pole and only the fourth nation ever to achieve a soft landing on the moon. It's a critical mission for future lunar surface exploration. Now let's discuss some achievements of ISRO. Beyond its famous explanatory mission, ISRO had a massive impact on daily life, the economy, and the global technology. Here are its most significant non-mission achievements. Societal and humanitarian impact. Disaster management. ISRO's satellite provide real-time data for tracking cyclones, floods, and forest fires. Its early warning system, like FLEWS for floods, have saved thousands of lives by providing up to 72 hours of lead time for evacuation. Telemedicine and teleeducation. Through the EDUSAT program and the satellite-based medical links, ISRO connects specialist doctors in cities to patients in remote villages and provides high-quality education to rural schools across India. Fishermen safety. The Navig LC messaging system provides potential fishing zone (PFZ) alerts and emergency weather warning directly to fishermen's mobile phones even when they are far out at sea without cellular network. Technological spin-offs. Space tech for Earth. ISRO has transferred over 350 technologies to Indian industries for civilian use. Healthcare. Developed a low-cost left ventricular assist device, heart pump, and the ISRO Smart Limb, a microprocessor-controlled bionic limb for amputees. Safety. Created Caspol, a fire retardant coating used in textiles and building, and silica aerogels, the world's lightest material, uses high performance thermal insulation for soldiers in Siachen. Environment. Developed Bhuvan, a powerful geospatial platform, India's answer to Google Earth, used for municipal planning, tax mapping, and monitoring groundwater. Commercial and economic success. Global Launch Hub. Through its commercial arm, NSIL, New Space India Limited, ISRO, has launched over 430 foreign satellites for 34 countries. This has turned the agency into a significant revenue earner for the government. Frugal engineering. ISRO is globally recognized for its cost efficiency. Its famous reached Mars for less than the budget of the movie Gravity, proving the high-end science can be achieved on a modest budget. Private sector growth. By offering its facilities to startups via InSpace, ISRO has sparked the space tech revolution in India, leading to birth of hundreds of private space companies like Skyroot and Agnikul. Now let's see what's the success reason of ISRO. ISRO's success is a unique case study in frugal innovation. It is defined by achieving world-class results on budgets that are often one-tenth of the global peers. Frugal engineering, the ISRO model. Modular design. Instead of building a new rocket or satellite from scratch for every mission, ISRO has standardized bus architectures and heritage components. For example, the PSLV rocket has been used for decades with only minor incremental upgrades. Proto-flight philosophy. While Western agencies typically build multiple test models before the final flight version, ISRO often subjects the actual flight hardware to rigorous testing. This eliminates the cost of building non-flying replicas. Gravity slingshot. To save on expensive fuel and heavy rockets, ISRO often uses the Earth's gravity to slingshot its spacecraft towards their destination, as seen in the Mangalyaan Chandrayaan mission. It takes longer to arrive but costs significantly less. Strategic independence. In-house technology. Because of past international sanctions, especially regarding cryogenic engines, ISRO was forced to develop its own technology. Today, it manufactures almost everything, from screws to complex engines within India, avoiding high licensing fees and expensive imports. Local supply chain. ISRO partners with over 500 small and medium-sized Indian industries. These local partners provide high-quality components at a fraction of the cost of global aerospace vendors. Administrative autonomy, direct reporting. ISRO doesn't report to standard government ministry. Instead, it reports directly to the Prime Minister's office, PMO. This reduces bureaucratic red tape, speeds up decision making, and protects the agency from political interference. Organizational culture, flat hierarchy. ISRO is known for a scientist led culture where junior engineers can challenge senior management on technical grounds. This transparency allows for faster problem solving. Acceptance of risk. The agency follows a fail cheap, learn fast doctrine by breaking complex goals into simpler, sequential missions like Chandrayaan 1, 2, and 3. They spread the technical and financial risk. Dedicated workforce. ISRO's success is heavily built on its human capital. Its scientists are known for high productivity and a mission mode work ethic, often working with significant lower salaries and their counterparts in private sector or abroad. Where ISRO stands in 2026. As of March 2026, ISRO is no longer just a satellite launcher. It is transitioning into a complete space power. With Gaganyaan unscrewed test G1 currently underway and the successful recent demonstration of SpaceX space docking, India is laying the actual bricks for its own space stations and a permanent presence in the stars. Ultimately, ISRO's story is about independence, whether it's developing the indigenous cryogenic engines or building the Navig LC navigation system. The agency has ensured that India is never dependent on others for its eyes in the sky. Thank you.